Everybody, now try to turn on the video. So while we are waiting for your friends, we watch 5 minutes the videos about phrasal verb, and then we continue with our lesson. Okay, where's that? Okay, 1 minute for me to have the video SQ unit 6 settings. This one.
Phrasal verbs.
So do you hear the sound?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so we have 6 minutes only for this video. Just have a look at it, okay?
Listen to the two sentences. Which sentence uses a phrasal verb?
I came to Hong Kong because I'm studying architecture at a local university here. When I read the report, I came across a few mistakes that needed to be fixed.
A phrasal verb is a verb that has a different meaning when it's used with a particle. What is a particle? Let's look at an example. In this sentence, we are using the verb come, meaning to move or travel to a place. In this sentence, we are using the verb come as part of the phrasal verb come across. To come across means to find something by chance. This phrasal verb, made up of the verb come and the particle across, has a different meaning than the verb come on its own, as in the first sentence. Most particles are prepositions, but in a phrasal verb, they function as part of the verb rather than forming a prepositional phrase. Compare these two sentences.
When I got to the office, I had a lot of paperwork to finish. He got off the plane and went to baggage claim.
In the first sentence, to is part of the prepositional phrase to the office. It does not change the original meaning of the verb get. In the second sentence, off does not function like a preposition. It is a particle that comes after the verb get to form a different meaning. How does adding off change the meaning of get? In the context of the first sentence, get on its own means to arrive. In the context of the second sentence, the phrasal verb to get off means to leave a form of transport, such as a bus, train, or plane. Get and off work together as a phrasal verb with a different meaning. Some phrasal verbs have two particles after the verb. Listen to these examples. What does each phrasal verb mean?
We need to get down to business. I look forward to seeing you soon. I couldn't come up with the right answer.
To get down to means to become serious about something. What about look forward to? This means to anticipate something. Finally, what meaning do you think come up with has? To come up with means to produce something. We can often use the context of the sentence to help us guess the meaning of a phrasal verb. We can also use a learner's dictionary, which lists phrasal verbs separately with their definitions. Read each pair of sentences. For each pair, which sentence contains a phrasal verb?
Since my sister and I grew up, we have gotten very close. We like to hang out at the local coffee shop. I ran into my teacher on my way to class.
Grow up, hang out, and run into are all phrasal verbs. Each has a particle that changes the original meaning of the verb. Now let's think about what each one means. Read the sentence again. What does the phrasal verb grow up mean? From this context, we can guess that grow up means to become an adult. What does the phrasal verb hang out mean? To hang out means to spend time relaxing. What about the meaning of run into? The phrasal verb run into means we meet someone by chance or unexpectedly. Separable phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs are separable. This means that we have the option of putting a direct object between the verb and the particle. Listen to these examples.
He dropped off the kids at school. He dropped the kids off at school. We put away our books before the test. We put our books away before the test. I had to clean up the kitchen after making dinner. I had to clean the kitchen up after making dinner.
When a direct object is a pronoun, such as it, them, or him, we always put the pronoun between the verb and the particle. We do not put the pronoun after the particle, like this. Inseparable phrasal verbs. Other phrasal verbs are inseparable. This means a direct object always comes after the phrasal verb. In other words, with inseparable phrasal verbs, we cannot put the object between the verb and the particle. The same is true when we use pronouns as direct objects. Direct objects like him and it must still come after the particle when a phrasal verb is not separable.
Okay, thank you everybody. Do you have any question for that? It's just some kinds of knowledge that I want you to confirm on kind of review. Should you have any questions? If not, we go to the next things. The next thing in our checklist today. Hello? Are you still there? Yes, yes. So have a look at have a look. The first one. I give you a few minutes to calculate the results of your test on Monday. Is it okay? And now you give me the number. So can you calculate the correct answer? Hello?
Yes, sir, I'll do it.
Yeah, I sent you the correct answer right here. Did you see it? Hello. Should you see that I sent you before the class today?
Yes.
Yes. Can you check it with your answer and then give me the numbers of correct answer out of 50? Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes. I give you 5 minutes only for doing that. And then you type the number in Zalo and then I give you the meaning. Okay? Yes.
Thầy ơi, em hỏi một chút xíu.
Yes.
Ở câu 41 nó kêu chọn cái từ gạch dưới đọc là mà sao đáp án là A thầy? Symbolize phải là nghe chữ BO chứ nhỉ?
Okay, we check now. Okay, listening, speaking. 44, right?
41.
31.
41, sir.
41. 41. Underline the syllable hey, the schwa sound. And the correct answer is symbolization. Symbolization. Okay. So we have to check with the dictionary now. Okay. Wait for me to find out Oxford Dictionary. So let's check the symbolize. And what is your answer?
C. Symbolize.
Okay, I think there should be a mistake right here. So it could be wrong. I need to check if they make some explanation or not. Okay, let's see. No explanation. 41A. Okay, so you can correct that, I'm sure. You can correct that. I'm sure that the correct answers will be in the middle position. So if you have a look at the sentence, so the second position is C, okay? So make it into the correct answer is C, okay? So you just focus by yourself. I forget to have a look at. So if you have the correct answer, check the meanings that I just sent you. If you have more than 46 items correct, this means you are really over the requirement. And if you are in level 4, it means you are in between. Okay. So finished?
Yes.
Yes, that's good. Thank you. So now we move on to the next activity. I need you to have a look at your friends. You see this? Do you remember this activity?
Yes.
So today we discuss about this a little bit before we continue. So Tae Ho, are you here or somebody else? If you want to talk about this one, if Tae Ho want to say something or someone else want to say something in English about these things, sorry. Hello. So I need you to talk to me about this one.
For me, I see that some kinds of problems in listening skills of people also the same with me about vocabularies, about the knowledge, general knowledge, the pronunciation, the accent of the speaker, the speed of the videos, or some kind of like that. One more thing that I cannot see the end there. But I think the kind of like the environment, mm, the ability to concentrate of the learners also affect on the listening skills in English. Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
so from that, I want you to answer for questions right now, right here for the first thing. So, what should we do with the problems of vocabulary?
Um, I think that most of us have the same way of learning vocabulary. For like we just learn by heart the vocabularies in English and translate it into Vietnamese and learn them by heart. But you know, we just learn them kind of like passive vocabulary, but we kind of like we don't use them frequently, uh, so we cannot change the vocabulary that we learn by heart. That means that we learn the passive vocabulary and turn it into um, active vocabulary.
So,
And
what should we
so
do?
I
What
think that
should,
we need to, yeah,
yeah, what should
yeah.
we do?
I think that we need to create more environments to practice. Yeah, I think so.
So, what is
To practice the
what do you mean by environment now? What does it look like?
uh, yeah, um I think from my perspective, I think that the environment to practice speaking and practice pronunciation. You know, listening and speaking somehow that they relate each other and affect each other. Yeah, so if we do it, I think that if we do it in speaking and pronunciation, we can kind of like listen we can improve our listening skills. I
Okay,
think
but
so.
you haven't answered my question. You haven't answered my question. Okay, so you said that we can create environment to practice, and I want to ask about what does it mean environment right here? How do you do it? How do you create an environment like that? So I need to focus now. I need to focus on solving the problem, not to talk about the problem only,
Yeah.
because not all of
So
you figure out this.
yeah, yeah. So
You can invite
for
anyone
me,
to continue if you want. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but you know, I want to say that maybe I already had an environment to practice because I have a small group of my old friends that we create, and we create kind of like two meetings per week to practice. And each meeting, six of us, one of us will be the host and choose the topic. And in that meeting, we will practice just say English. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that that is the environment. Yeah.
You can invite somebody else to continue with this matter, please. Anyone in the class.
Um, Actually, it's kind of hard for them if I okay, so I would like to invite what Tài bạn anh Tài Dương. Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Please. Yeah, yeah.
Um, in my opinion, we have the same. We do the same as me, and we already have a club, an English club where people can have a chance to speak English and environment. Like and also I roleplay myself, you know, like um, every day we act something, and I always think of myself, oh, what should I say in this situation? Yeah, and what pronunciation of the word, everything. Like you roleplay everything in your life. Yeah, that's it.
So you do. Can you give an example of a role play that you have done with your friend?
No, it's myself, only for myself.
Oh,
Like
sorry, say role
yeah,
play. Sorry, I forget that.
yeah,
So
several play.
can you try to do it one time with your friends, and I need to see how you do it, so everybody can learn from you. Thai, right? So can you turn
Yeah.
on the camera and try to do that with everybody? Sees you on the screen with your
Um,
same role playing. Yes. Hello.
okay. Imagining I am watching movies, and the guy, the last movie I have watched is the movie of Free Guy, and imagining I am the Free Guy, the main character, and with the situation like he was catching by two policemen, and I think of what I should to say. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you catching me? Like I might have not any fault, mistake, or something wrong with you, something like that, and I think of the answer. Yeah.
Okay. At that time in the movie, kind of they have that kinds of conversation, or you just imagine.
Yeah, they do it. They do have it.
Okay. So uh, the the two policemen approached the man and tried to arrest him, right?
Yes.
And you think that you are the man,
Yes.
and you said, okay, why do you get me? Why do you arrest me, right?
Yeah.
Try to do like that, and then you listen to the videos again and say, because you something blah blah blah. No, it's not me. Something like that. So
Yeah.
you role play yourself into a situation on the video.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, you add something or learn the lines and practice. Okay, thank you.
Uh,
It's very interesting to know that. Okay, bye bye. I will stop highlighting you so that everybody can see the rest. Okay, Tai, can you invite somebody else to continue this matter, please? So we are right here with vocabulary.
I would love to invite Ngân.
Ngân,
Ngân. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
yes. You want to continue with anything in the questions of vocabulary right here? You want, do you have anything to do it further or explain, or you add your own ways of learning or something?
Yes, I also have a speaking club like Thai, and in addition, I have some foreigner friends, so that I try to practice more in speaking English with them by call them, and by by the way I can learn some vocabulary new vocabularies and the way they talk naturally their in their language. Yes.
What kind of friends here, and how do you know him or her?
I know them through the internet. Actually, from a group, we share a lot of interesting pictures around the world, and I found it by chance.
When you want to call him or her, is it easy to talk to them or to him or her?
Yes, yes. Uh, they are very friendly and they always want to talk to me. Mostly, I talk to them at night. Yes, and
Yeah.
yes, and we share about some our picture or some activities that we do during the day.
Hmm. Is that just normal learning activities or something related to friendship or things? Because we don't usually share pictures with other people.
Uh, we have a group that yes, I think they are related to friendship. We have
Yeah.
a yes, some friends, and we can practice English because some of them come from Asia or Europe.
So who will be the host in the meeting?
An American guy.
And how do you know him? What is his
He actually a friend of um, my friends.
friends of friends? So
Yes.
what is his job?
Um, he is engineer. Uh,
Mm, okay.
I don't know exactly what he do, but I think related to technology.
Okay, okay. Let's take this as an example. If you have connection, you can learn English, but also you need to be careful with other thing kinds of abuse. I have to remind you that, of course, there are many people that they are willing to help us to study English, but nothing is free. Usually we need to be careful or be cautious with this activity. Of course, we can use it for our learning, but be careful with everything else. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can you invite somebody else?
Thank you. I will invite Hảo.
Yep. How? Please. How? Hello.
Yeah,
If we have a problem with vocabulary, what should we do to improve it?
I usually learn vocabulary by um, watching what films because I think there's a lot of news vocabularies on on the new films and because uh, there are news there are many news.
Many news. So you learn new vocabulary from watching or seeing the news, right?
Yes.
How often do you watch movies?
I watch movies every week, every day. Every day I spend about 1 hour or 30 minutes to watch film, and especially I usually watch CNN 10 to learn new vocabularies, because in CNN 10 there are many kind of field like politics, educations, um,
Okay.
yeah.
And you just learn kind of shadowing during the watching. Okay. Do you take notes, or do you remind yourself, or do you tell yourself that you have learned something new, or just watch it and then it goes by?
Yeah, when I watch CNN 10, I usually shadowing, and if I have time, I write dictation. I write all the content of the CNN 10, and from that I learn more vocabularies, and I pick out the new words and I write in my notebook, and then I will learn by heart after that immediately, and then the day after the day after that, and uh, a week later.
Do you usually use the new words that you study from these contexts? These contexts, is mean
uh,
videos or CNN or anything.
I usually use the words in my writing. I use words to write about this topic, that
Okay.
topic.
Okay. Interesting. Can you invite somebody else? And I want to hear from them.
Yeah, I will invite um my.
Mai? Hello, Mai.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Can you share
Um,
anything or anything you do, how you do it?
and to improve my vocabulary, I often watch some English video in a short minutes, and try to shadowing what they're speaking.
Try to, how do we say, acquire their language input. Okay. Anything else? Can
Maybe
explain a little bit more, what do you really do to help you improve?
to shadowing technique, I also acquire the slang and the naturally speaking, and also their intonation when they use the speech. And furthermore, I often listening to some music and try to learn their vocabulary in the script.
Now tell me, when you watch TV, imagine that you are watching videos. What do you do at that time?
Firstly, I just listen to the speaker, and then I listen again and try to repeat what I hear about the audio.
It mean you mean that you do it or imitate, right?
Yes.
The speaking. Can you do it now for your friend to follow? I will try to. You can open a kind of video next to you, and you try to do it for your friends to see. Is it okay? I need you to demonstrate how you do it, because I think your friend want to know, because not everyone can do it. Or you know anyone can do it, tell me. I will invite him or her, and then you. I want you to show your friend how you do it, because this is not the time for us to theorizing things. It's more about practicing. It's more about your what you are doing, and people can learn. And you have to improve, because you have only 1 more year left. 1 year left. Okay. So Mai,
Yes.
is it okay to turn on the camera and do it for your friend, or you can do it now?
I think it can take a minute for me to some video. And
Okay, no problem, no problem. So now you invite somebody, and then I go back to you. Invite somebody else, and we continue. And when you are ready, tell me. I will go back. Okay.
please give me a sec.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry. It's not to
I'm
you.
trying.
It's I want you to share what you are doing, so that your friend can learn if they want.
Diễm Trinh, do you hear?
Diễm Trinh. Hello. Diễm Trinh. Diễm Trinh. Who's that? Diễm Trinh. Are you online, Diễm Trinh?
Em thấy Trinh xin thầy đi test á thầy ơi.
Oh, sorry. So somebody else. Kim Ngọc, are you here?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Oh, Ngọc, yes. You can continue while your friend try to find out something. So how do you usually do to learn vocabulary?
Yeah, I learn vocabulary by take notes on my phone daily basis.
You take note on your phone, right?
Yes, and in my free time, I recite it.
And then you copy it to somewhere else, right?
Yeah, and I learn vocabulary with my friend, my best friend.
Your best friend. Learn with
Yes.
friend. How do you do it?
Yeah, I ask my friend the vocabulary I don't know, and the friend look at and look up the dictionary in the dictionary, and can made to and then we learn together.
So the word that, do you know that word, or you just ask your friend?
Yeah, and I don't know the words before.
So it means that you don't check the dictionary. When you have the new word, you ask your friend. Your friend check it for you.
Yes, and we learn together and review the words I don't know on the in the evening.
Every time.
In
The
the
same.
that day.
Yeah. So every evening or during your learning.
Yes.
So every time when you study something and you see the new word, right?
Yes.
At that time, you call your best friend or you text your best friend, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and then okay, I don't know this word. Check for me, and then your friend check it for you, and then you get the answer, right?
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that? I don't understand you. Oh my
Yeah.
God. You
And
can do it by yourself.
Yeah, and then in my free time, the words I don't know, I look up in the dictionary.
Check new words in the dictionary. So
Yeah.
it seems you just study it kind of the passive way only, right? So you have new words and you check it and then done. Okay.
And I learn vocabulary by YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. What kinds of YouTube channel?
Yeah. I am with Dad Dadio.
Okay. So but in his video usually some words a day and not all the words are very good. Kind of not very essential, right?
Yeah.
So how many videos a day? So now I need you to immediately do this test and tell me the result. I give you a few minutes to do it now. Can you do it? Just click on this one.
Yeah.
And then you select the native language. It's Vietnamese. So you try to find Vietnamese, it means tiếng Việt. And then you click OK. And then you wait for it to run. And then you do the test. Okay? So there are 140 questions in the test. So try to do it carefully. Okay? So you do it now to the end of the day while we are listening. Okay?
Yeah.
Finished. Now I want Mai, are you ready? Not yet. Okay, so Ngọc, can you invite somebody else?
I invite Lâm Gia Lâm.
Lâm Gia Lâm?
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
Talking about learning vocabulary, what do you want to change? And yeah, to change.
To change?
Yes.
I would like to share with my classmate about my own way to learn new vocabularies. Is that I usually think about some problems, some controversial issue on the society or on Facebook in English. And then when I think about some ideas, but I cannot express, I cannot tell it in English, I will use the dictionary on my phone or on my laptop to look up the words. And then that's it, the new words that I learned on that day. For example, when I try to think about từ thiện, but I don't know, or I just suddenly forget how to say từ thiện in English. I will use English. I will use dictionary to look up for từ thiện, and oh, that's charity. So charity is the new words that I learned on that day.
Charity.
Yeah, I'm sorry, charity. So that's my own way to learn the new words, and every day I usually think about just one problems on the society, some big problem or some hot problems on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Have you tried to share any problems or solution for your problems to anyone else, or you just keep it in your mind?
Depend on the problem, sir, because because anything have two sides, and when I want to listen to other people opinion, I usually ask my friend how they think about that problem, or are they how if they have the same opinion with me, or they have the same different opinion.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lam, what is
Yeah.
the recent problem that you are thinking of?
Recently, I think about the how celebrities on VBs they do charities and to help the people in the middle area in Vietnam. But a woman, a famous woman, she said that they use that money for themselves to do their personal things, and the people on who use Facebook right now are talking about that problem so many. Yeah.
Who did you ask? Who did you ask?
I usually ask my friend Tai. Yeah, he usually have the same opinion with me. Maybe because we have learned with each other for a long time, so maybe the opinion, the mindset of us have the same. And in case of that, I will ask some friend that that I don't learn in the same class. A friend from outside named Jack. He is my friend when we learn when we learn in Bạc Liêu High School, but now he studying abroad, and sometimes he also give me his opinion. Maybe because he's studying in a different environment in comparison with me, so he always have opposite thinking with me.
Different kinds of ideas, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Can you give an example?
When I in English, when we learn English, there are some sentences that very um, very hard to understand the meaning of it if I use my ability to try to translate it. And if I have the same answer with me, I will ask Jack, and then Jack will help me with his own translation, and then I can understand more or understand fully the meaning of the sentence.
Why don't you trust you and Tai? But you need to ask somebody else.
Um, I don't know how to say because somehow I use my belief and my instinct. I just feel that is not a correct answer. So I just would like to another opinions.
Can you give an example of that? Something that you think both you and Tai have the version of equivalence, and then you think it's not true, and you ask your friend.
Um, right now, I actually, to be honest, I can think right now an example for you because we have been through
Don't
with
worry,
each
we
other.
have Tai here too. Tai, any example, Tai?
What happening, sir? I'm taking the test.
Uh, oh, you are taking the test. Don't worry. You can finish the test later at the end of the week. Don't worry.
Okay.
Tai, Lâm said that Lâm usually call you or chat with you about problems in learning or problem or issues in the society. And then some cases that he and you translate something into Vietnamese or equivalents in English. And after you get the version, you think it's not correct. And he continued to check that with check somebody else, I don't know. So can you give me an example about that?
Um, Something about translations or just
So
vocabularies.
example about the sentence that both of you have the version of equivalent, but then he continued to ask check.
I can't think of it right now. Like
So
my hold up when when
okay,
you say
so go back to
Um,
okay,
um,
try to
um,
give
um,
me an
um,
example. Yeah.
it's I have to say so. sometimes the sentence is correct, but because I'm a careful
I need
person.
an example. An example. When you go to the working environment, when
Yes.
somebody asks you something, you give it something. You give me something. It's not
Yes.
explanation. Okay. Now I need an
Yes.
example.
Example.
Any sentences that you think your ideas and my idea are okay, but then check things not okay. Now I need that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, sir. 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. Lum. Now you call a name. Oh, you
Yes.
send it here.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, sir.
no.
I need to edit.
Okay.
Call a name for what, sir?
You call the next person for him or her to repair, because I continue to generate the speaking through our basic things. Okay,
Yeah.
and keep asking if you can answer or clarify information, because I need to check the basic things.
Yes.
So just pick up a name and while you are repairing, I will go back to you later. You and mine.
Just call a random name.
Yeah, anyone in the class.
I would like to call Thảo, Thiên Thảo.
Thiên Thảo, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Thảo. Can we continue? Do you have anything now in related to vocabulary enlarging technique? Or you want to continue with the next one about pronunciation?
Yes, I think when we are in different countries, we will have get knowledge about some words. Different sounds is emphasized differently. Yes, that's based on we learned more about the vocabulary from UK or US or Australia. So that's why it's go for us to while listening a test with not um, relevant the normal daily practice of me. So if I learn how to speak in UK ways pronunciation, and the test is about the person who from the Australia or the Australia. It's a very difficult for me to realize that the word connect with my knowledge of that word.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just want to focus on, do you recognize any problems with your pronunciation or accent? How different it is with the native speaker that you just mentioned?
Mm, the the accent and the sounds of each word, or we can say the phonetic.
Mm-hmm. What is the gap now? Do you recognize anything that you need to improve?
Mm, I think a large number of teachers usually give us about the speech from US as well as UK too, and so I sometimes I sometimes research more pronunciation way from ancients, as well as
You mean Asian, right?
yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay. So that's the gap. And how do you do to improve it? What do you do to improve it?
I saw the movies because I don't have much time to search each of the vocabulary words. It works. So I usually go to the website or to watch movies from British or American films, but I have never been sure a movie of the Australian. So maybe in the future I will share about that film of the Australian to
So
improve.
you will see more videos or films about different have different accents, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when do you do it? And do you have time?
Yes, when I have free time or in my spare time.
And do you have spare time or free time?
Yes, spare time.
When? So let's take an example. Next free time. Next spare time. When?
Maybe tonight, every night or at the weekend.
And weekend. And so what do you do now?
Every night maybe I will share at least 2 videos or small talk about the specific people through their talk, and at the weekend I will see movies or 2 movies.
So your plan is that you watch videos. Do you think that watching videos helps you improve your listening? How would that be?
Yes, I think it's easier for me to practice about listening skill. Because when we are listening to a specific clip, we have a content about the. I'm sorry, we have a topic about the about something related to our daily life, relationship, or successful in work, or have to be how to be active in every field content. And I think when we see it, it's easy for us to put the subtitles slowly when we listening, because we can listening as well as reading.
So okay. Do you think do you think your skills improved have improved uh, from this?
I think yes, because
Sorry for a minute. Okay. Sorry, I missed something. Can you say it again? I need to ask you, do you think that your skills have improved from this technique or not?
I think yes.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Yes. Okay. And define again. What kinds of problems you have in listening, and how different is it or it is for a long time, after a long time of practicing? Can you tell me this? So, do you see really? Do you think that your problems have been solved or your skills improved after a long time of doing this? Because when you share, I think you have done that for a long time. Okay.
Mhm. Um, I think that's beyond your depend on your vocabularies answer and the time you spend for vocabularies to develop your knowledge of the specific fields. And when we take some tests, we will have the new vocabularies or the vocabulary we know we learned before. So what I mean before that, the ancient and the emphasis of the stress from words may be different for I have learned, and I think maybe I will just improve more about the fast of the conversation of the speech. I can get know what they say or what they mention about, and I can get um, the meaning of the videos. But to the test it is a little problems. It's a little difficulty for me to do that test perfectly.
Okay. Thank you for your sharing. This is a controversial issues because I am sure that you can study, you can understand a lot about your problems, and you know what kinds of things you can do to improve your speaking or your accent. However, there are different kinds of research about watching videos or movies. Of course, watching movies can help you a lot. But what you do during watching the movie is important. And that's what I am asking. So what you do? What do you do when you watch something or after that or before that so that you can learn from watching videos or movies? Is it not just to watch? When you watch, you learn nothing. You just get familiar. You don't really, you kind of, you have the natural process of inputting, of acquiring the information, the knowledge, the skills, everything naturally. But if you don't study, it's you cannot improve fast. And for that reason, I think we will discuss more about this issue in the future. In the future, we need to discuss further about what to do when you watch videos or movies for English learning. Because if you just watch it, I'm not sure that we can learn the most we can. Okay, so now can you invite somebody else, and I go back to Lam and then that person. Can you say the name for the next person?
I will call random.
Yes, anyone, don't worry. Anyone you love or anyone you hate or anyone you don't know, no problem.
Okay, so Thu Ngân Quỳnh.
Quỳnh Thu Ngân, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so can you wait a little bit now? Mai, are you Mai?
Yes, sir. It's
Mai?
raining now, so
Yes, do you have
do you
videos
hear
and
me well?
you have yeah? Can you show your learning habits with the videos and things? Can you show everybody now? Mine? Yes. And show people how you do it, please.
I choose a video from BBC Learning English.
Yes.
And I will turn it on.
Yeah. And share with us what you do too, so that people can follow you.
Okay, first one, this is my story, namely Little Monsters.
Okay.
Actually, the first one, I just hear what the speaker says about the story. So I can omit this stage, sir.
Okay.
Little monsters.
I think maybe the connection.
But he wasn't a real man. The sparrow was made of straw. Sorry, the noise is so noisy because it's raining.
Don't worry.
So I just listen and repeat exactly with what the speaker say, and over again until the end of the video.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's helpful. So I have to do the second things now. Do you do imitation when watching? Okay, one new thing. Do you imitate? Do you do imitation when watching, like your friend just demonstrate? And you can tell me the correct answer later. Thank you, Mai. Okay. You have time to do that. It's really nice. And now Lam, go back to Lam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what happened? What is the problem with the sentence you sent us?
Yes, how you send the sentence, right?
Yeah, this here.
The problem is Tài, with Tài opinion, he think that the sentence mean that enjoying a cup of hot coffee made from special black garlic, and some case mean enjoying some case. But when I read that sentence, I think that the hot coffee is made from special black garlic and some case. You know what I mean, right? And this sentence is somehow confused to me and to Tài too. So we haven't decided who is the right answer, who is the right person. So how do you feel about that sentence, sir? Who is the right person? You guess?
Okay, so this has the problems with a cup of hot coffee and made from. This means over here a cup of coffee one and in for here. So this has the problem with how do we say in introduction to language is a kind of different structure with "and" because we don't know for sure "and" can be between black garlic or "and" between hot coffee and some cake.
Yes.
You see, and for syntactical analysis,
yes,
could be both of them because for the rules, you can misunderstand this for sure. Because for the syntax, enjoying a cup of hot coffee and enjoying some case is the same. Or enjoys a cup of hot coffee made from special black garlic and in some case inside the coffee. So it means over here, if you want to make it clear, from the linguistic perspective or analysis, you have to draw syntactical tree for both cases to clarify the ambiguity. So actually this sentence can make you think different ways, and it's normal because this sentence is ambiguous. Okay, so if you ask me, I have to draw two syntactical tree. One syntactical tree for "in" with hot coffee and cake, and one with the black garlic modify only hot coffee, and one with the cake and hot garlic with the coffee only. So there will be two main noun phrase, and or we have one noun phrase. The first one hot coffee, and we have this supplementary, complementary that can modify hot coffee, or both of these things. Both of these things would I underline modify hot coffee. So both are okay. And what does your friend say? Check.
Jack, because we just wrote this sentence yesterday, so I haven't contacted Jack to ask him about his answers. So I would like to ask you first.
No, for me, it's clear that this sentence is ambiguous. So you have to make sure that you understand the modifying items. You have to understand syntax.
Do you have any advice for me, sir? Or should I add another verb before some case like eating, something like that?
It's up to you, because if you want to make it clear,
yes,
you have to power raise it. So one of the way to delete or to fix ambiguity, the sentences ambiguity, ambiguous sentences, is that you paraphrase, okay, or throw the tree. Do you remember the tree?
A little bit. I think I will search on it on Google again.
Introduction to language. Do you study this course before?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you have to the ambiguous, right? I forget the main verb, but you have to make sure that you clarify it. You explain the ambiguity over here, and you make the sentence not like that. So
Yes.
so don't worry. People will understand if they are in the context. If they are not
Yes.
in the context, you have to clarify that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you for that, and we move on to the next person. I forget the name. Who was that? After Tan, right? I forget the name. Who's before? Who's next? I forget the name already.
That's me.
Who's me?
Thu Ngân.
Thu Ngân, yeah, Quỳnh Thu Ngân, right? So we need to move on a little bit further because if not, we don't have enough time. So if you have problem with personal name, name of the places, or basic concept, or difficult concept, what do you do?
I usually look up to dictionary or just Google it and find a way to read it correct, pronounce it correctly. And for about the technical terms, I try to find it on Wikipedia. Yeah, they will
Okay.
explain the technical terms.
Okay. Do you have this problem in your listening or reading?
Maybe some listening is really hard, and then it will have that problem. But normally, I don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So your friend mentioned the way to improve this problem is that you have to study. Whenever you see something new, you have to take it, study it, search for it, and get it into your mind. And in the future, when kind of every day when you have new names, new places, new thing, you study it. And in the future, when you hear it again, you understand. That's the point. So kind of we how do we say we learn it uh, in I forget how to accumulately. Oh, it's wrong. Accumulate. We accumulate it. What we know is very limited. So we need to improve it by reading, by searching, by learning. And we accumulate all the information together. Day by day, it's getting bigger. And when you know more, you don't feel it weird when you listen to it again. Okay? Because people say that a very common or famous proverb or sentence or saying, a quote, you know what you know, you don't know what you don't know. So if you already know it, you study about it, you know it, and then in the future you hear it and you know it. Okay, ask somebody else, please. Ngân, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Let me see. I would like to invite Phương Nga.
Phương Nga, are you here? Nga? Somebody else. Nga is absent. Absent.
Okay. Phát Huy, please.
Phát Huy. Huy?
Yes, I'm here.
Huy, do you have this problem?
Yeah, I have. Um, um, I think a lot of topic we don't know about it. It's like a scientist or something like that, and we don't have enough knowledge to understand it.
Why don't you know, or why don't you have that kind of knowledge?
Because I rarely read it, hear about it too much.
Do you know somewhere or some sources of information that you can learn about it?
I think I can search it or find it on Google or something like that.
Why don't you do that?
Because I think it's not my hobby. And it's hard to understand, and I think it not you in a normal life, not you often in the normal
What
life.
is your dream job after graduation?
Yeah, I want to be a flight attendant.
Okay, right?
Yes.
What kinds of knowledge do you want to know, or do you need to know?
I think we need to know. I need to know about um, how to service passenger, customer, and about geography, history, um, um, a lot of we know more and more is good for. I think we know more and more information is good for me in the future.
Have you ever taken a plane, or have you ever been in an airplane?
I have never been in an airplane.
I can see that now.
Yeah.
Because if you want to become a flight attendant, these things are not enough.
Yes.
You need a lot of skills and knowledge. Sorry.
Yeah.
It is not just these things. Okay.
Yes.
And that's why you don't study. That's why you don't study, because you don't know. You don't know. You don't search. You don't search for skills and knowledge that your career in the future may ask you. You didn't check that for 3 years, and you have 1 year left to practice before you graduate. So it's very interesting that if you don't study about them, you cannot do it this way. So it's not just English. It's about host. It's about customer. It's in your house, right? Hui?
No, someone, not
Someone
me.
else?
Yes.
Okay. Customers, you need to know about how to deal with, or conversation, make comfortable conversation, and even knowledge about medicine, food, beverage, about many things like celerity, about law. You need to understand a lot of law.
Yes.
If you don't want to go to the jail, law, and you have to be you need to study law. You need to have some kind of martial, not martial. With the job, you have to understand about etiquette. Different kinds of etiquettes. You have to have knowledge about nhân tướng học. I don't know how to say that as humanity, about humanity, about problems and issues of races, language, belief, etc. There are many things that you have to study, and you have to know technical things on the plane, and you have to know about the cultures, about it's kind of many things. It's about your country, it's about your nationalities. So there are many things, and you don't study, you don't know yet, and that will be a big problem. I think there will be even more. It's not just these things, and regulation of the plane, regulations and rights of a customer. So there are many things for you to study if you want to become a flight attendant.
Yes.
It's not easy, and you don't study. That's why you don't have background knowledge, because you don't care. If you care, you already search for this information. And for the rest of you, I think you will try to learn something from this example. Okay, can you invite somebody else, please?
Yes.
We don't have time, maybe. Okay, it's too long.
Ho, please.
Tai Ho. Okay, Tai Ho, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
So what should we do to be more concentrated and improve our memory? What should be done for more focus and good memory?
I think the most technique for enhance our memories is to shadow a conversation or a video. The verb shadow that repeat the speaker.
Of course. Don't worry. I have been teaching English for 20 years. I have been teaching English for 20 years, so don't worry that I don't understand a technique. Continue.
That is my problems when listening, because when we miss some information during listening, we feel boring, and its impact on our concern or attention to the speaker. And
Okay. How long is the listening?
I think some minutes, several minutes, 2 or 3 minutes.
So that's not too long.
That's just a practice.
Mm-hmm.
Practice for enhancing memory.
Have you ever listened to a speech around 1 hour to 3 hours?
Yes, but not usually.
Not usually. So maybe next activity for you on Wednesday next week, remind me. So you listen to lectures in 1 to 3 hours. I will ask you to do that for homework. Okay. We don't have time today, so I cannot continue, and I have to sum up some key points. Hello everybody, now I switch to Vietnamese to make sure that you understand what I am doing. Thầy quay qua tiếng Việt tí, mấy đứa gần cuối giờ rồi, còn 4 phút. Các em có thắc mắc gì với cái chuyện thầy làm hôm nay không? Nói đi Lâm. Bạn nào nói thì nói nha. Viết lên hết giờ.
Dạ em thấy thầy làm vậy kiểu để tìm ra cái cách để khắc phục những cái vấn đề mà các bạn nêu lên với thầy trong mấy cái file Word.
Cũng không phải đơn giản như vậy ha. Ở đây là cái plan của chúng ta là cái gì nè? Cái plan của chúng ta là làm sao giải quyết được những vấn đề các em đang gặp phải, đúng không? Vậy thì khi các em nói tới cái vấn đề này thì chúng ta phải tìm cách, và đó là cái phần thứ 3 của cái nội dung của tuần này. Còn cái vấn đề mà sau khi bạn mình nói xong thì mình cảm thấy có cái gì hay để học không, thì cái này là chưa thể làm được, bởi vì chưa có nào là hoàn chỉnh cả. Và cái mục tiêu của thầy là muốn các bạn nói về những chuyện mà các bạn không nghĩ tới. Thì xem coi cả lớp mình là phản xạ là tốt chưa. Tại vì nói thật các em thầy có cái cảm giác là khi các em nói gì các em chuẩn bị lâu lắm. Các em chuẩn bị, và chuẩn bị là tốt. Tuy nhiên có những chuyện không phải cái gì cũng chuẩn bị. Thường người ta sẽ chuẩn bị kỹ ở những cái bài quan trọng, presentation này kia, phải nghiên cứu nhiều người ta mới chuẩn bị. Còn những cái mà gọi là cơ sở, nền tảng là phải bật lên là nói ngay. Chứ bây giờ cái gì cũng phải chuẩn bị hết thì nó không phải là dân chuyên Anh nữa các em ha. So it's not good for our major. Các em có thấy được rằng là khi mà thầy hỏi dồn, hỏi tới mà các em vẫn phản xạ được thì các em mới tồn tại được trong cái xã hội mà nói tiếng Anh. Tại vì mấy đứa không thể nói một câu người ta nghĩ. Người ta hỏi mấy đứa xong mấy đứa trả lời người ta nghĩ không nói chuyện mấy đứa nữa, không có chuyện đó. Mấy đứa nói cái gì mà thú vị người ta sẽ hỏi tới. Và những cái đó mấy đứa không biết. Đó là xã hội đó. Nó không phải như trên TV hay là trên phim hay là trên cái video hay là cái file nghe mà mình học. Chỉ nói cái mình biết không có. Xã hội sẽ quay qua hỏi những cái người ta không biết. Vậy thì các em chuẩn bị gì cho cái này trong cái môn này? Thì môn này là thầy đang muốn mấy đứa phải giải quyết hết những cái vấn đề mấy đứa đang gặp để chúng ta tiến vào, chúng ta khai thác những cái đề tài cho nó tốt hơn, những cái bài trong sách cho tốt hơn. Thì bây giờ thầy dặn bài tuần sau nhé. Tuần sau thì homework của chúng ta thì thầy nhắc nhở mấy đứa thôi ha. Ở trong tháng 10 thì chúng ta phải nộp cái bài midterm này. Thì thầy nhắc dần, bữa nay là hết tháng 10, tháng 9 nè. Chuẩn bị role play cho ngày thứ 2 nè. Rồi bài tập về nhà mà nghe đó với online đó thì for listening 1 and 2 bài tập online với bài tập ở nhà đó thì cái nào mà bạn nào có tài khoản online thì làm tới bài 1 tới bài 5. Bạn nào không có thì tuần sau thứ 2 thì sẽ gửi bài nghe cho mấy đứa. hoặc là đứa nào có thì gửi cho bạn mình, còn không thì thầy sẽ mở trực tiếp trên đây. Thì đây là nội dung của homework tuần sau. Các em có thắc mắc gì không? Homework nhưng mà thực sự chỉ có làm cái role play thôi nha. Cái mấy đứa còn nhớ cái role play không?
Nhớ thầy ơi.
Còn vô được đường link không?
Dạ được thầy ơi.
Nhớ nha. Đây thầy vẫn còn check mấy đứa coi mấy đứa làm tới đâu, thầy thấy nó chưa đủ cái role play gì hết. Thì mấy đứa làm xong chuẩn bị cho nó đàng hoàng, rồi xong rồi tới 1 2 3 bấm về ý tưởng thôi. 1 2 3 bấm là bắt đầu lên là nói thôi nha. Thì mấy đứa quay phim sẵn đi rồi vô đây cái mình bàn với nhau ha. Tới đây có thắc mắc gì không?
Thầy ơi, mình sẽ up cái role play đó ở đâu vậy thầy? Nếu mà tụi em quay xong.
Thầy chưa cho chỗ để up hả?
Dạ.
Bây giờ gì nha, mấy đứa gửi lên Zalo cho thầy đi, rồi thầy sẽ đăng lên YouTube ha. Đứa nào mà ngại không có muốn xuất hiện trên YouTube á, thì nhắn riêng cho thầy để thầy chỉnh chức độ private, còn không thì là public. Lý do là chúng ta đang luyện tiếng Anh thì chúng ta cũng phải bắt đầu bỏ mặt mũi ra một tí để chúng ta cảm thấy chúng ta phải nỗ lực nhiều hơn. Thứ nhất, thứ hai nữa là thầy hết cái chỗ để lưu rồi. Bây giờ dung lượng của thầy, cái ổ 1T của thầy bây giờ nó chỉ còn có mấy chục T, mấy chục GB này. Cái OneDrive của thầy 1T đó mấy đứa. Bây giờ thầy chứa dữ liệu viết thì nó còn nó 930 GB hay gì rồi, chứ còn chút xíu mà không có đủ để làm gì chứ nè. 930 GB này mấy đứa thấy dưới màn hình này không? Rồi ổ cứng của thầy 500 GB rồi, bây giờ nó cũng sập rồi. Ổ cứng thầy 500 GB nè. Bây giờ nó chỉ còn đây 20 mấy GB free, với đây 4 mấy không có đủ để chạy máy tính nữa. Thầy không còn chỗ đi lưu dữ liệu của mấy đứa nữa nên là thầy đẩy lên Facebook. Kịp không? Xin lỗi, lên YouTube chứ. Rồi bạn nào mà không đồng ý hiện hình thì thầy sẽ đặt private. Còn bạn nào ấy thì thầy sẽ làm một cái lớp riêng của mình để dành riêng cho cái practice ha. Rồi phương án là vậy, mấy đứa gửi lên Zalo thầy sẽ đăng lên kia. Rồi có ai thắc mắc gì không? Bài này là bài quan trọng nha, bài quan trọng để chúng ta bắt đầu tiến hành luyện tập đánh giá bài nói, là theo nhiệm vụ của bài số 5 đó ha. Rõ chưa? Rõ thì mình nghĩ rõ chưa? Hết đứa nào trả lời?
Rõ thầy ơi.
Rồi, cho em hỏi cái thầy ơi.
Nói.
Cho em hỏi cái đường link test mấy cái vocabulary đó thầy, là làm xong rồi gửi kết quả lại cho thầy hay sao thầy?
Đúng rồi, làm xong báo kết quả cho thầy, chụp màn hình hoặc là báo con số cho thầy được.
Dạ.
Gửi lên Zalo cho thầy, tất cả lên Zalo hết nữa. Thầy vô thầy gõ cái tên mấy đứa cái nó ra.
Dạ.
Tới nữa thầy chấm bài thì làm gì nè? Tới nữa thầy chấm bài thì nói cho mấy đứa luôn để mấy đứa biết. Thí dụ thầy nữa thầy chấm bài thì tìm file đi hen. Thí dụ Lâm Gia Lâm nha. Thầy tìm Lâm Gia Lâm này nha. Lâm Gia Lâm, thầy bấm cái là biết Lâm nó gửi thầy 2 file này. Qua hình này nha. Thầy tìm người gửi là Lâm Gia Lâm nha. Dễ lắm mấy đứa. Cái công nghệ này nó cũng giúp thầy nhiều lắm. Rồi thầy chấm bài thầy biết Lâm Gia Lâm nó đã từng gửi thầy những cái này nè. Mấy đứa thấy không ạ? Vậy thì đứa nào mà gửi thầy cái gì mà có hình ảnh, có câu chữ thì nó hiện đây hết. Còn những cái khác thì giống như là không quan trọng thì thầy đã đọc tin này kia là được rồi. Còn những cái này xong ở tài nó đã đăng lên này nè. Nó được nhiêu?
Thầy ơi, có 7.900 thầy.
7.900
không đủ để đọc nữa.
Chết luôn rồi sao? Đó. Mấy đứa thấy chủ quan không? Mấy đứa thấy mấy đứa chủ quan năm mấy rồi? Mấy đứa học năm mấy rồi?
Trời, nó cho mấy từ khó khủng khiếp luôn thầy.
Cái đó là người ta, cái bài test của người ta, hiểu không? Khó dễ gì? Nếu mà mấy đứa trả lời được những cái từ mấy đứa biết thì cái số từ mấy đứa sẽ tăng lên. Cái khó có dễ chứ đâu phải cái nào cũng khó đâu tại Dương, tại. Nên là cứ làm hen. Rồi, làm đừng có tra từ điển nha, cứ làm tới vậy đó. Rồi, thầy xong nha, thầy xong nhiệm vụ bữa nay nha. Au revoir. Được chưa mấy đứa?
Au revoir monsieur.
Dạ
Rồi,
được.
au revoir. Là